Hey, what's up? It's Roy here. So today I have two of the thinnest clear cases you're going to be able to buy for your iPhone. So these are from the company TAC. This is the standard 2.0 and the standard 1.0 case. This is for my 14 Pro, but they make them for all of the iPhones. So 14 and 13 models, you're good to go. If you want to buy these, they're 29 bucks. But if you follow my link, which is buyatac.com/Roy Flores, you'll be able to get an instant discount when you do apply whatever you're buying in your cart at checkout. So there we have it. So these two cases are the iced clear cases. So they are completely clear. The big difference, as you can see, really is in the camera bump, where the standard 2.0 has lens cutouts and the proper cutouts for just the actual things that need to be exposed, where the standard 1.0 is actually more of a traditional, just square cutout for the whole entire camera bump. Now for the video, I'm gonna go ahead and do the standard 2.0 first, and then I will show you kind of a fun little ring that they sent that we can apply to it as well to make it MagSafe capable. So looking at the install, this is a crystal clear case. So with my space black iPhone 14 Pro, it looks very nice. It's a clear back. You can see the Apple logo, you can see the color of the back, but it does have a little bit of a frosted tint to it. So it's not just completely clear, almost like a matte finish a little bit. But if you do skins and things like that, they're gonna be able to show off very nicely. With the standard 2.0, as you can see there, that's kind of where this camera bump design shines, where you have a covered camera bump design, but the lenses and the flash and everything, that is what's actually exposed. So I really like that. I like the look. I think it just sets it off a little bit nicer. Now looking at the side of this case here, you can see that it is a clear case. You can see everything just fine. The power button is exposed, so there is no power button cover. It's just the actual button itself. And then moving to the bottom here, you can see the cutout for the lightning port and our speakers. You can see the antenna bands, all that fun stuff. Moving to the side here, you can see the cutouts for the volume up and down buttons and the alert slider as well. And then that's kind of the look top down. Looking at the front of the actual phone, let me go ahead and move this out of the way here. So looking at the front, you can see that we do have a little bit of some raised lips around the screen. So it is gonna give you a little bit of screen protection, but you gotta remember guys, this is a very thin, ultra thin case. So you have to kind of keep those things in mind, but to keep it minimal, this is the design of the front. As you can see, it is very slim. It's very much like a skin on steroids because it just gives you that little bit better protection than a skin. And then that's the look of the cutout for the actual speaker grill up top. So let's go ahead and slap on the next case. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy uninstalled. Very simple. And then let's go ahead and take off the actual little sticker that comes on these. So they come pre-installed with a little bit of a protective film on the back, so that way it doesn't get scratched up in transit. But let's go ahead and put this one on. Install once again. Very simple, nothing crazy. Click, and there we go. So that's the look of it. So it's identical to this case, other than the simple fact, like I said, of the camera bump change. That's it. So the camera bump change is the only thing that's different. Everything else is identical with this particular case. So like I said, this is the standard 1.0. The camera bump is the change. That is what's different. So your lenses and everything are actually exposed. You do have some nice raised lips though. So the lenses are recessed in there. So that way, when you do place it back down, it's not going to scratch them up. But once again, it's just that whole cutout instead of the lenses and flash and whatnot. So with this case on, let's go ahead and do the quick wobble test. So putting it face down, it's completely flat. There is no shaking. And back down is a little bit of a different story. There's not very many Pro cases out there, or iPhone just in general cases, that don't have a little bit of a wobble with that big old giant bump on the back. Now let's go ahead and just see how easy it is to get to the actual buttons. So the buttons are pretty easy. They are exposed, like I said, so they are pretty easy to find. So there really isn't any issues with the cutouts there. When it comes to the alert slider, it does have a very flush cutout. So it's not like the alert slider is recessed in. It's very even, if that makes sense. But if you got some fingernails, you can easily, kind of go back and forth between the two. You just got to make sure, that you got a little bit of a fingernail that you can play with, because it's very difficult to just get like the corner of your finger in there. You really want to use your fingernail a little bit. So now let's go ahead and slap on this MagSafe ring that they sent me. Now this is the pure white MagSafe ring that they sent. It's an extra fee. It's around $9 after the discount. But what it does is it basically makes this for sure a MagSafe case. So that way, yes, I know it's a thin case, but if you use MagSafe accessories, then you definitely want a case that has a MagSafe ring. So that way it's getting that very much stronger connection. Now, whoops, dropped it on there. There is sticky residue. Don't do what I just did. But what you want to do is, since it is a magnet, it's going to find the MagSafe magnet. And then essentially what it's going to do, guys, is find itself. And you almost, if you did it backwards, you can see that's exactly where it wants to go. So the Apple logo is right in the middle. So what I'm going to do is just put it right in the middle, and voila, kind of put some pressure to it so that way the residue sticks. It is very sticky, so once it's on, it's on. And now you have a white MagSafe ring on the case. Yes, it is a little bit extra, but the magnets are very, very strong. It does make the case MagSafe compatible, which without the ring on, it's MagSafe compatible, but with the ring on now, you can use MagSafe accessories and things like that in your vehicle. But it just gives you that little bit extra magnetization, say that 5 times fast, with accessories. I've used it in my vehicle with my other tack cases. It does just fine, guys. It works really, really, really well. So there you have it. There is the 2 very thin clear cases from Tack for your iPhone. So like I said, if you have a 14 Pro, 14 Pro Max, whatever, 13 Pro, 13 Mini, they make these for your phone. So definitely follow my links and make sure to check them out. So hit that like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe, ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. And if you like this type of content, be sure to follow the cards that you see here to check out some of my other videos. So be safe, God bless. I'll see you on the next one.